What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Erin, and this is Erin on Demand. I heard some of y'all missed the old intro, so there you go. And today we're going to be talking about one of my biggest pieces of advice to you if you are a content creator who has a business, okay? Or if you are an entrepreneur who wants to create content. If that is what you are, if you classify as either of those, then I highly recommend you continue to watch this video. So I want to back up and share about when I first got started. So when I first started Erin on Demand as the business, it was about 6 months before I actually even started my YouTube channel. And when I started as Erin on Demand, the business, it was a video production company. And at the time I was like, shoot, I know how to do video. I have a camera. I know how to edit. So I don't have a job right now, and I really think that I could do this for other companies. I was just kind of blindly going in, and honestly, I didn't really have a niche of the type of videos that I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to help small business owners be more present on social media and help them create video content. So I was doing that, then I realized I didn't have any video content, so I started my YouTube channel about 6 months after I started the business. And I knew for my YouTube channel, I wanted to share how I was growing this business, how I had moved back in with my parents, and y'all know the spiel, but how I moved back in with my parents and was growing this business from the ground up. I so much so did not want to be the type who scaled to $1 million+ and was now starting this YouTube channel to share how I did that. I wanted to take you guys along. So that's what I did. And on that journey, I was creating this audience, and all of these amazing people were starting to be a part of my community, but I was realizing that none of them were booking me for a commercial, for video production. And I realized that there was such a big gap between my content and my business that there was no real bridge to connect them. And that's when I realized that I was like, okay, now what? So I had started falling in love with the YouTube channel and everything that was doing. But I also needed to make money, because at that time when the YouTube channel was taking off, that was not my primary source of income. In fact, I wasn't making any money off of that outside of, I wasn't really making any money outside of the video production that I was doing. I was like, okay, take a step back and think about how we can make this work. Now, deep down inside, I didn't really like doing the video production. It was kind of one of those things that I knew that I needed to do because I had the skills for it and it was able to make me money relatively quickly. But one thing that I realized that I did with my content is that I didn't hyper niche. But one thing I realized that I didn't do with my business was that I didn't hyper niche. And so I think that not hyper niching, but having foundation of the type of content that I was creating on my channel, essentially showing the life of a 20-something-year-old girl who was trying to get her foot in starting a business, given the circumstances, was my YouTube channel. And it was a very clear avatar or concept of who I was and what the mission of this channel was. Although I was still sharing other cool things like my relationship and, just things of us planning our wedding and, getting engaged and all these fun different things as I'm creating this life in my 20s of taking this risk of starting a business. However, in my business, I was doing videos for dealerships. I was doing videos for clothing stores, for coffee shops, for school uniforms, for schools. I was just doing all these different types of videos, and it was really no clear, I didn't really have a niche in my business. I'll just leave it at that. And so with that, it was really hard for me to find a flow, because all of these different businesses had all of these different missions they were trying to accomplish. They were trying to create videos for different things, different platforms. One needed one for a website, the other wanted the 30-second spot for their YouTube channel, and another wanted, it was just all over the place. And the biggest piece of advice that I can give you as a content creator looking to grow a business or a business owner looking to create content is to niche your business, not your content. when you niche your business, you allow for yourself to truly become an expert in something. And I think now, I feel like it has been taken backwards, where it's like, if you niche your content and act like you know everything, then you can seem like the expert and then you can create a business out of it. But those types of businesses really don't have as much longevity because you have no real actual experience. So let's say you are a photographer, and instead of just being a photographer who just basically shoots whatever, you are a beach destination wedding photographer. Like, you create the most iconic, insanely beautiful portraits on the beach. You know how to, like, you know everything it takes to have the best wedding photos for a beach destination wedding. If that is your business, you do not want to have your content being focused on just all beach destination wedding photos, like, and that's a big mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs make when they're trying to create content, is that you think that the only valuable content you can create is based on the niche of your business, and that is not true. In fact, you want to kind of do the opposite. You want to create content that is going to attract the type of person who is interested in a beach vacation, okay? So this could be travelers, this could be people who have small families, or just really like independent, cool, artsy thinkers who just, don't wanna have something that's so traditional. Or this could be people who live in really cold weather, who need a vacation and a getaway, like whatever that looks like. But you don't want to hyper niche your content to the point where you're closing yourself off, for one, from being more creative, and for two, from reaching people who don't necessarily fall into the category of wanting to see beach vacation wedding photos every single day. So niche your business, not your content. And with your content, you want to do something that I've been teaching called layering. Of course, if you're a photographer or whatever your business is, you want the foundation of your content to make sense for the thing that you're trying to sell, which is essentially photography or your business or coffee or whatever the thing is. You want that foundation to make sense. However, you still want to layer on other aspects so that people can connect to you in a deeper way. So for me, for example, I teach social media and content marketing, but every single post I make is not about that. And this is where you start to see content creators' engagement kind of fizzle out, because you end up sounding like you're saying the same thing over and over and over and over again, which some people really don't care, and that's fine. But if you are somebody who's genuinely creative and you want to cultivate more of a community and you don't want to feel like you're just being sucked dry for your information, then you are going to have to post things that are quote unquote outside of your niche in order to form deeper, more valuable connections with your audience and actually generate a community. So that is why you see me posting me and my husband working together, or, just what I'm cooking for dinner, or, where we're traveling to, or me screaming that I got Beyonce tickets, or stuff like that, because those are also really important in marketing your business, because they are marketing you as a person and they're getting people to like you. And it sounds very shallow, but like, it's the truth. When people like you, then naturally they have you top of mind when it comes to participating in whatever your offer is. So niche your business, not your content. You want your business to have a very specific solution for a very specific person. That is true. I highly recommend niching when it comes to your offers and your business. If you are the absolute best person for creating courses, do that. If you are the absolute best person for fixing roofs, do that. You do not have to have a whole home renovation, oh my God, I'm leaving money on the table because I can fix doors, I can fix windows, I can do HVAC, I can do electricity, and I do roofs. You don't have to be a one-stop shop. I absolutely believe that you should try to figure out what you are the expert in as for your business. But for your content, If your whole thing is, if all you're posting is one thing, I think you will find it to be so freeing, and you will also find much better results by pulling out a little bit, creating a foundational layer of content where about 60% of your content is about your niche or whatever it is that you want to be the focal point of your content. And then you begin layering on those other things that just bring more fullness and bring the content more to life and make it more relatable and human. So I hope this was helpful. I am going to be hosting a live webinar where I teach all about layering and those techniques and how to actually create very dynamic content without hyper niching and feeling pinned and stuck into a niche. I'm going to teach you how to do that in a very simple way, but also in a very effective and strategic way so that you can see some real results. So if you are interested in signing up for that live webinar, I will leave that information in the description box for you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.